Exam stress is obviously an issue causing concern for students when a school principal reports in an inquiry that one of his students, after sitting in an external assessment exam, went out and attempted suicide. This is how stressful exam stress can be. The thing is, it can actually be addressed very easily. So I'm Jason Hopkinson for StudentSuccessTutor.com. Now, exam stress is a function of a number of things, and it can easily be addressed. While it's quite complex in all the things that contribute to it, stress itself can be dealt with very simply by what I call the core underlying skill sets of what I teach here at Student Success Tutor. Not only is it just about your study and about getting it done and about being motivated, but it's also about being aware of your state and state control and how to change it. Because in order to learn, you have to go in to the learning state. And to do that, you need to be aware of your state so you can monitor the shifts and the changes in your body and neurology. So you are aware of the indicators that tell you, yes, my whole brain is turned on, my whole neurology is turned on, I'm focused, I'm relaxed, I'm here with the content of that which I'm studying. Or you use the learning state to enter the place where, again, the whole brain is turned on, so you can synthesize the questions in the exam or in the assignment and have all your resources available to pull all the correct information in to give a correct answer. So it comes down to being able to enter the learning state. In that place, stress is naturally less. You can actually go into the learning state, and as you become more accomplished at it, you can hold all these different stresses, body tensions, the flu, a headache, whatever's going on that could be used as an excuse not to study or not to do an exam or not to do an assignment, and be functional and be able to produce good results. So there are some core skill sets here, and they're not taught in schools or in universities or education systems. Classes, lectures, courses are not presented in a way that's brain friendly, that looks after all of your neurology, all of your own personal learning tendencies, because we all learn different. As Gardner points out with the 8 types of learning intelligence. So when you understand how you tick and you use brain friendly techniques, the information is in there, gets in there easily, it sticks really easily, and you can get it out easily. Therefore, you're not stressed about exams. Well, you may be, like some people are stressed about standing in front of a camera or going into an interview or whatever, but when you've learned how to go into the learning state, it does turn on your neurology and you can still function. The other side to this too, as part of this process with the tutoring, I really am quite strong on the fact that when you stuff up, you learn about it. What can I do better? The success journal. When you have this attitude of stuffing up is okay, then you can learn from your mistakes and do better. And when you do better and you see an improvement and you get something valuable out of mistakes, it means that actually doing it and trying it in the first place is okay. So if you or one of your students or your son and daughter are getting anxious and worried about exams, or you want to get better marks in exams, then you might want to look at using some of the services here on this website or some of the courses online to get those skill sets. And then how do you address the motivation to get the work done? This is what I'm here for. And how you want to work with that, I can do it all one-on-one, or we can team up and we give the feedback and develop them and move them to the places where stress is certainly reduced, and the capacity to study, be motivated and remember, and actually how to do properly in exams is all there. So it's maximised. There are specific things you can do to prepare for an exam. There are specific things in exams, so you get maximum marks for the time you've got. This issue of exam stress is widespread, and there has been a lot of articles in the news over the last year about principals pointing out how bad things are, and they don't have the time or the resources to teach this stuff. Teachers have got so much stuff to do and so many requirements to meet, learning objectives and assessment things and all that sort of stuff, to teach and bring the students and teach in a way that is whole brain friendly and suits all learners. Isn't done. An author of 4 books on learning, some of them have been reprinted so many times over the last 24 years. Christine Ward says the education systems, because she consults with 3 countries, have literally gone backwards from where it was when her and Jan Daly put out the book, Learning to Learn. They've just done another reprint of it in paper. A lot of people know about these techniques, but do they use them? How do you use them? How do you do it so it suits you? When you do this and you apply it and you see the benefits, then the stress is gone because the information's in here and you can get the information back out. Can't learn when you're stressed, hence the learning state. How do you know about the learning state? You be aware of your state awareness, simple techniques that aren't taught, basic to human function and getting along and dealing with life in a way that you are good and everybody around you can relate to you properly. Critical skills. There are specific things on exam stress that I can take you through, and if it's an exam is really close, there'll be a quick course there where I can just give people a crash course to just take that edge off so they can function. Being that stressed, so after an exam that a student goes out and attempts, what that school principal reported is pretty extreme. That doesn't need to happen at all. So if that's going on, make contact, please. They have a whole life ahead of them. Every student has a whole life ahead of them. If you set it up right so they've got the skills to move forward, then they can pretty much move towards whatever they want and also deal with what comes up in a way that they are resourceful, functional, and have the skills and abilities to change and to learn and to get motivated. So please make contact. Pick up the phone and call me, send me a text message, or try the contact form. But do please send a text message you've sent it so I can go looking for it if it doesn't turn up. So I'm Jason Hopkinson for StudentSuccessTutor.com.